All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the alaracanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Masterclass Series for the Winter Spring 2023, Season 31. So thank you so much for being here, for being part of the community, for joining this live class today. And I'm sure those of you who are not live will listen or watch the replay. So thank you for doing that as well. And I'm excited because, like I said, this is a brand new season, brand new year, brand new energy. Everything is changing. And so how exciting is that, right? So today, my good friend Simmin Bawa is back with us, and we are going to have a wonderful time today talking about land and property healings. And so today on the show with Simmin, we're going to talk about how land and properties are living energies, and they reflect our personal energy besides having its own aura and energy circuit. And, for us, when the series is Awaken Happiness Now. So if our land and property are feeling good, then of course that's going to reflect on us as well, and we're going to feel good. So this is a channeled course from the angels, master spirit guides, and Mother Earth. And this course that Simmin's going to be talking to us about, land and property healings, teaches tools that are super easy and can be practiced from any part of the world. So that's exciting because we know we are all over the place. We are global. And so, we need tools that we can use anywhere and everywhere. So for those of you who don't know Simmin, she has been on our show before, and we just love having her. She's very talented, very gifted. And Simmin knows more than 35 modalities of healing and fortune telling, being born clairvoyant, clairaudient, and claircognizant. And she knew from an early age that she had to contribute spiritually. So she has been a practicing holistic healer from the age of 16 years, and her specializations are auto writing and channeling, reading and healing Akashic records, tarot card readings, candle magic, and so much more. And she practices and teaches these courses, and she has received light language as a gift from masters for the good work that she's been doing through the automatic writing and channeling. And so today we are here because she's going to teach us and talk to us a little bit about land and property healings, which she channeled during her channeling sessions, which she does daily. And so, Simmin, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here.
Hey, Alara, I'm so excited. We have something new. The season is new, and we have a fantastic topic coming up.
Absolutely. And that's what's so exciting. It's like, everything affects us, right? And so when we're talking about healing, transformation of ourselves, our land and property also affects our energy, also affects our mood, also affects our physical health as well, doesn't it? So we need to have both working together in a good way for us to really thrive and, have that wonderful life that we desire.
So, Alara, we are all made up of atoms, each and every one of us. I mean, we have billions of atoms within our body. Because atoms have a living energy. If you look at the structure of the atom, you have the nucleus, you have the neutron, which does nothing, is just stable. You have the electron, which is the negative charge and moves about anti-clockwise. You have the proton, which is a positive charge, and the proton is moving around clockwise. So within the atom itself, there is so much of movement taking place. It is so alive. You and me are equally alive. So don't you think that our properties, our homes, our workplaces also would be absolutely alive?
Absolutely. I totally agree. And that's the thing. We've been told that, all the things around us, like the table, the chair, are inanimate objects, but that's not really true. You're right. Right. They're also made of energy.
So there are lots of religions in the world, for example, Jainism, that says everything is alive. And I just happened to recall a small episode where once we were all out friends, and we were sitting by the lake in the evening, and the sun had just set, and we were just pelting stones in the water. And then one of our Jain friends tells us that, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. You are harming the environment, and probably the stone is not very happy, the water is not very happy, because you're merely pelting stones in the water. But then it also brought about more consciousness that maybe there is sea in the fish, and they too are getting affected. So in a sense, everything around us is absolutely alive. So imagine when we walk into some spaces, and this is not just physical spaces. Of late, Alara, I've been feeling that even when you enter certain Zoom calls, you get a vibe, because everything around us is so much alive, and we happen to be made up of a lot of energy. Buddhism says we are just energy. We are not mass, we're not concrete, we're not a physical body. We are just merely energies. And if we can shift our energies, sometimes you feel extremely happy with someone around you.
Mhm.
In a similar manner, when you enter a space, you feel so happy. And sometimes some people are so draining, and some spaces are equally very, very draining. So, wherever we are, land, property, all of it is affecting us. And this is not just what we own. Sometimes I have had this experience because, Alara, I travel a lot. I love traveling. And sometimes when I enter certain monuments, or even when I enter certain resorts or hotels, I know that the energy is not very great. And because I have such a beautiful and a powerful tool, just using some of these tools, I mean, there are so many tools in this course, just using some of these tools instantly brings about changes. And I have a lot planned, and too many gifts for everyone who will be listening to our conversation, either live or recorded.
Awesome. I love that. And your gift, we do have a gift, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later as well. But I just wanted to go back a little bit, Simmin, and talk about, how you channeled this course, this land and property healings course. And I said you do channeling every day for yourself. I know you do, most days, I'm sure. And so that alone is such a wonderful gift that you have. And I've taken your course, so I know how important it is and how powerful it is and how effective it is, right? But can you tell us a little bit about, like, if the most of your modalities are channeled, right? And as is this one. And so, the channeling, just a little bit about the story behind channeling, because sometimes people get confused about channeling, right? They don't understand what channeled means. Sometimes they think it's just they're receiving messages from loved ones, or they're receiving messages from like Archangel Michael or something, and that's a channeling. There's so many misconceptions about channeling. So can you just share a little bit about your story with channeling?
So, channeling happens to be where you are the medium, or your body is the medium, and you get a direct download of information from higher energies. And these higher energies are all in the spirit world. By the way, you can also channel messages from other earthly beings, for example, planet Earth itself, five elements, trees, plants, and many, many other ways. Channeling is basically a very, very powerful way of communicating. The way mother understands that there is something going wrong with the child, and she channels the energy of the child and therefore responds to the child. In the spirit world, we have angels, archangels, we have human spirits who are maybe at a lower level, and some at a very high level, and so on. You can also channel messages directly from the creator source energy, and I have been absolutely blessed because I do have a process of that sort as well. Around Alara, around October 2021, suddenly I started getting a lot of conversations and consultation appointments where people had so many issues with their land, so many issues. Land, property, they were not able to sell, there was spirit possession. They felt that the entire energy of the house was depleting. There were a lot of health issues, there were wealth issues, there were too many issues, and everybody needed some help. And though I know 35 modalities plus, and I keep on channeling more and more of them, I wondered if there is anything specifically that I can come up with. And Alara, when I have a question, I go up there. Okay. Immediately, I went to the spirit world and I said, listen, I need help. I need to have not just one tool, but a variety of them. And I want to teach this to people so that they can heal their current issue They can also work around with it when it comes to many other properties that they might have. For example, their parents' home, children's home, ancestral properties. So many times we own properties in cities that are somewhere else. Or maybe I might have two properties in the same city, but they're quite apart. Am I always going to make time to go and clean it? And that time, the master spirit guides, suddenly I had more than 200 master spirit guides around me. And they started telling me that the process will be given to you. You just keep collecting questions. So I immediately took my diary. I started writing every single question that I had and every single question that other people started asking me. How can I change energies of my home? Students who are homes where there are children or students, they're not studying, the focus is not there. And you also know, Alara, that was the time when everything had gone online. Academically, also everything was happening online because of Corona. And therefore, I started making a list of all these questions. There were people who were confident. There are spirit possessions. There were people who were confident that their own parents, who are no more, haven't left the the property in which they lived. Some of them felt that their relatives died in their homes and those energies were still there. And immediately after that, people were falling sick. The number of questions were 171. And at the end of these questions, I wondered, will I ever get processes for all of them? But I have complete faith and belief, and I completely surrender to the masters. And that was exactly the time that there was I started around the end of December. So October, I started having all these things. November questions were, and I become little restless around that time. And then I started getting messages in my own daily channelings that, Simmin, you are going to be down with COVID. I started taking extra precautions and I hadn't got COVID till then. But I was told that that is going to be a very important phase where there will be a lot of downloads and channelings taking place. Suddenly, at my workplace, as you know, Alara, I'm also a professor at one of the Mumbai colleges, and I'm head of department of philosophy. Um, I used to go to work, but I was all masked up. I used to take a lot of care, and there were too many cases of COVID around. There were a lot of professors, students who were down with COVID, and then just generally, my husband and me on 3rd of January, 2022, went for a checkup, and we just thought we'll just be absolutely sure. His result was negative, and I was positive. When I got a phone call from the hospital. And in fact, one day before that, when I had gone to work, and I don't know, as I was leaving the building premises, the college premises, something in me, a voice within me said, say bye, you're not going to come back for another 7 days. I told myself, I don't know what is happening, but I surrender. And then after that, I get a call from the hospital. Madam, you are positive. You need to be under isolation. You have to come report immediately. When I went over there and the doctor told me, it doesn't seem you have COVID. And then we said, probably I am asymptomatic. I'm not coughing. I don't have fever. I was absolutely fine. I'm exactly the way I am right now was the way I was at that time. Very calm. And then I knew that this is a time for isolation because I was already prepared. And then when I entered the room and I shut it and knowing I'm going to come out only after 7 days, immediately I sat to channel, to meditate, and the process has begun. And I was given one tool, explanation, another tool, explanation. And at the end of 5 days, all the tools were given to me. But I did not stop because I had 2 more days. So I went through each of those 171 list of questions that I had. I went through each one of them and whatever clarifications I wanted. Day in and day out, I was just asking those questions and more downloads. After that, when I was finally, my 7 day quarantine was over and I was out, on the 8th day, immediately I started taking appointments. And for the next 2 to 3 months, I had so many, nearly 66 is what I can recall, nearly 66 client calls where everybody was only talking about land, property issues. I was running processes after that just to be sure that this is what it is and this is what I can give the world. And once we started getting, and results were zip zap soon, immediately, within days, health issues gone, property that they were not able to sell. Suddenly they had 4 to 5 buyers wanting to come and grab. Okay, I'll give you a better offer. Somebody who was expecting X amount of money was getting X multiplied by 2. And there was so much happening. Results were so phenomenal. Children who were not studying suddenly started studying. People who were so unwell in the house started getting very good medical attention. Their medicines started having a better effect on them. The medicines were the same, but suddenly energies had changed. And that was the time that I said, this is what I have to teach the world. And this is only and only because I would be very happy if I had one-on-one with everybody. But you cannot have me all the time, but you can have all these tools all the time. And look at the variety of these tools. There are more than 10 tools, and within each tools there are so many little tools. My biggest contention was, because I told masters that I want fuss free work, and that is me. I want to be in any part of the world and I still want to help out people. And that is exactly what I got. That, okay, Simon, this is what you want, we'll give you fuss free work. I like having alternatives, Alara. I don't like to have, just one single modality and that's about it. So I said, I need to have alternatives. What if I don't want to do this? What if I want to do that? What if I want to do 3, 4 things? And that is how so many tools came my way, and one after the other. There was so many success stories which said, okay, yes, we can give this to the world. We ourselves notice, Alara, that when it comes to land and property, we notice that there are energy shifts. Like, for example, if you go to a temple or a church or a gurudwara or any religious place, Alara, you know for sure you're going to feel peaceful most of the times. And when you go over there, you're already partially peaceful. There is a study which says, and this is a scientific study which says, that when people think of going to the temple, just think, their blood pressure drops. Their nerves feel a lot more calm. So when you go over there, you do feel that a lot is going to change for me. Besides this, if you go to a pub, you know it's going to be buzzing with energy. You go to a bar on a weekend, as compared to a Monday, you know it's going to be buzzing with energy. When you meet certain people, you feel so energized, so energized. So, Alara, in that sense, when you meet someone, you shake hands, they pass on their energy to you. When you enter certain spaces, there is also this kind of an energy exchange that takes place. Sometimes I have walked into people's homes and I have felt so depressed. There's so much of sad energy. In some homes I go, it's beautiful decor. Everything looks amazing, it's fantastic. But yet the energy is not great. So there must be something that is affecting us that we can contribute all the time. Maintaining a very important space. Now, see, maybe in my home, I may not have too many people walking. Okay. But still, when I look at office spaces, supermarkets, stores, malls, imagine the number of people walking in and out. See the activity taking place. People are happy, excited, they are sad, they wanted to buy something, were not able to. A couple went and something went wrong and they started fighting, and then they go their own spaces. There is greed, because when you enter a store and if there is sale, there's so much of greed. I want to buy this, I want to buy that. So in so many of these spaces, there's so much going on. Plus, if there are certain spaces that we haven't accessed for a long time, you know that the energy is different. For example, if I travel and in my house everybody travels, if we are traveling, the house is locked for X number of days. When you enter the house, everything is calm, quiet. But the moment you enter, you open up doors, windows, curtains, the balcony is open, everything, the veranda is open, etc., etc. The energy of the house undergoes so much of change. During vacations in colleges, classrooms are all quiet. But after that, we know that once the students come in, there is buzzing of energy. So there is a constant change, Alara. We're never going to be having property having the same amount of energy. And sometimes that there are people who walk into the space and suddenly a lot has changed. We're not saying, see, we all come with our baggage of energies, knowingly, unknowingly, consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. I might enter a space and suddenly start feeling jealous of the people that they have XYZ artifact, or they have such a beautiful home, they have such a big home, and they leave behind that energy.
Mhm.
We have a bath every single day. Okay, but because Alara, you and me do a lot of energy work, we also do internal cleansing, not just external. We have certain types of prayers, healing codes, etc. A lot of work you do, Alara. I know a lot of work that I do. In a similar manner, we need to be doing work with our property as well. In most homes, I believe that we do the physical cleansing work. So there is mopping, there is vacuum cleaning, and etc. that is taking place. But that is only taking care of the physical space. I also need to do work, and we all need to do work with the energy of the house. Because many a times, all that happens is the exchange of energy, and suddenly there is terrible life circumstances that I am undergoing. It's very sad that there are a lot of people who want to sell their properties, but they are simply not able to. There have been homes where somebody has died, and after that, the business has just gone down. Or maybe at the workplace, you feel that someone came in, or you had a business meeting, and suddenly there is no work coming in, etc. So we have a lot of issues. It could be health based issues, it could be wealth based issues, but on the whole, we have a lot of issues. And how are we going to deal with it? Because these are real circumstances. So do you agree with me, Alara, on this count?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
And therefore, we need to be running a lot of processes which are fuss free, because remember, we have to be doing this every single day. Now, as I said, that when you enter certain homes, it's glum. But if you enter certain homes, it's very happy. It's very, very peaceful. That is because I believe that, and this is what has been channeled to me, the way we have an aura, the home has an aura. What happens when I am elated, or when I meditate, I do yoga, I do a lot of things. My energy field, which is actually an electromagnetic field, attracts similar kind of energy. That is how manifestation also works. If I can have or change the electromagnetic energy of my home, imagine what I can attract. Because manifestation is not just about people, it is about places as well. And therefore, we need to be doing very, very in depth work, which will help us to build a lot for our home. We can choose money, peace, health, happiness, warmth, joy. There are so many homes in which everything is great, but relationship between people, the hassles that they go through, the irritation because of anger, or just mere misunderstandings or generation gaps, even these could trickle out very important energy from our property. We need to have mutual respect. We need to have laughter and smiles. Remember, our properties also have a lot of memories stored and attached. The way we have, if we have a baggage of energy, even our homes have exactly the same energy, because they mirror our energy. And imagine if I come to you, Alara, and I'm very happy. I'm just joyous, elated. I'm going to pass on that to you as well. If I smile, I'm sure even you will smile. So when I smile and I stay happy, even my home, or my property, or my shop, or my any kind of land also carries a similar kind of energy. And with this, Alara, I'm going to run a small process with everybody. Okay, I'm going to be taking you through a very small but it's very, very effective. So I have about 3 demonstrations that I want to give you all, but I'll first do one. I'd like to take little feedback, do the second, and then do the third one. So I'm going to request everybody present to please close your eyes, and everybody who will be watching our recorded conversation, it's going to be equally applicable to them as well. So I'm going to request everybody to please close your eyes. And we are going to work on our homes, the physical space that we occupy currently. So I just want you to mentally go through your entire property, the home, the entrance, doors, each room. Slowly go through each room, including bathrooms, kitchen, veranda, storeroom, laundry. Just slowly go through the entire property. Go through the objects of the house. So first go through the electronic objects in the house, for example, television, laptop, microwave, washing machine, dishwasher, whatever electronic item you can find. Now please go through the colors of the walls. The paint, the paintings. Go through all the artifacts that are in the home. Go through the curtains, drapes. Enter every bedroom. Look at the bed sheet, the pillow covers, the blankets. Go through the entire flooring of the home. Go through each and every detail as much as you can. Now I want you to mentally imagine a model of this house, which is made up of blocks. These blocks could be colorful. It could be identical replicas of your current home. And I just want you to observe this model and the energy of it. Feel the vibe of this model. And therefore, you will be feeling the vibe of your home, the aura of your house. Now, please note that different parts of the house will have different energies. The kitchen will have a different energy. The drawing room will have a different energy. The bedrooms will have a different energy. Just get a hold on these energies. And imagine that these energies are slowly coming out in the form of reins. You can hold these reins in your hand. You might be having multiple reins in your hand. Multiple. Now, if there are any issues that are happening in your physical space, for example, there is no money, there are health-based issues, there might be misunderstandings, relationship-based issues. Now, wherever are these issues and whatever they may be, you know you're holding the reins in your hands. Let them go in a manner that these blocks of energy just fall off from the model. And what you are left with is only positive energy. Keep holding the reins of the positive energy, the good bit. And know that in my channelings, Master Spirit Guides have told me that when you remove something, you always have to replace it with something else. Never leave the space empty. And I believe even surgeons follow that. They will always say that when we remove certain parts, other parts take over the space. So never leave anything empty. So now mentally choose what you want. If you remove the block of money or money-based issues, replace it with prosperity. And slowly see a new block replacing the old block. And that block hands over its reins to you. If there are health-based issues whose blocks you have dropped, replace it with good health. And this time, replace it with good physical health, mental health, emotional health, intellectual health, and spiritual health. So I give you 5 options. You can take all 5 or just a few of these. Let the blocks come over the model of your house. Let them fit themselves in the most appropriate place that they choose. And let them hand over the reins to you. Physical health, mental health, emotional health, intellectual health, and spiritual health. And with this, in case if there were misunderstandings between people, or there were temperamental issues, personality issues, any kind of a relationship issue which you dropped off, replace it with a block or blocks of understanding, mutual respect, happiness, warmth, joy, smiles, and love. And then there are too many blocks that you are putting in, don't worry. The blocks will find their way into the home, just that they will give the reins in your home, in your hand, and you have to hold it. And as you hold these very, very beautiful reins of money, health, relationships, see the change in your own bodily aura or your own physical energy. Notice your emotional energy. Because when you give something to the house, as I said, it mirrors you. And when you get something, it gets mirrored in the property as well. And lastly, but very importantly, just ask the universe and the divine energies to give you the most important block that every every home, every property must have, every home. And that is the big block of love. And this time, this block of love will be in the shape of a heart, red in color. And let this block find its way in the property. And if you feel you want to place this block in every single room, space, just ask the universe, and you'll see so many tiny, tiny or big red color blocks coming your way and finding themselves packed into the house. And after this, as you hold the reins of those little hearts or the big hearts that have come your way, just scan your own energy. How do you feel? How do you feel mentally, emotionally, financially, in terms of relationships, people? And then hand over these dreams to the divine energies. And just be there with these divine energies. And now, slowly give blessings to the house. With your hands raised, imagine that the model is there. You've raised your hands to bless the home. Bless it with choicest blessings. And bless it with all that you want. And once done, hold your hands and give gratitude to the house. Slowly open your eyes. And please share with me how you feel, or how does the energy of the house feel right now?
Whew, that was powerful. Thank you. Oh, I don't know if you could see because everybody's eyes were closed, but I was smiling through the whole process, especially near the end. I could feel myself smiling and glowing and just, feeling at ease and peaceful and supported at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how was that for everybody else? If you want to type in the chat, let us know if you have any questions about it. I know somebody asked a question about reins. So she was saying reins, like, the reins that you hold from of a horse, those reins, somebody asked about that. Kathy says, my house and property thank me for this blessing. Nice. Good.
Nice. So nice. Amazing. So she blessed the property because that was what I asked everybody to do. But the property also blessed her. So fantastic.
Yeah. Very nice. Gomez is very nice. And I think, but what it does for everybody too, it raises your vibration as well. Manisha says, thank you, Simmin. Very powerful process. My eyes were watering a lot. Saw a lot of red hearts everywhere. Good. I'm feeling amazing. Thank you. Good. Colin says, yes, very beautiful. I was smiling at the end too, as the energies were transformed. Sarita says, thanks, amazing feeling. Dada says, I've seen beautiful colors in every room after, and the garden too. Yes, I included in the garden too. Yes, thank you. I felt a lot of pounding on my chest. SS is powerful and blissful. Yeah, Arjun says, thank you, that was great.
And I think you have missed out one comment. It's by Mary Lou, and she says, a wall in my kitchen dining wants to be painted bright yellow.
Nice.
And this shows that there is a sense of communication that takes place. All that you have to do is give attention. For example, if your leg is hurting, you'll give attention to your leg and ask your leg, or just wonder, why is this hurting? What did I do? And in a similar way, if you can start communicating with the energies of the house, you will realize that it wants certain things. If you want some things, even your home wants something. So it wants a yellow wall. And by the way, in this work that I do of property and land healings, I want to tell you, yellow stands for blessings. And these are divine blessings. So what your home actually needs is a lot of divine blessings. Please give it. It also needs a lot of light, and it leads to success. So yellow is a color and paint is fantastic. Please get it done if possible.
Beautiful. That's, you know what, that's something that we all could do at, if we wanted to. I remember one time I had painted my house, the inside, most of it was yellow, that was a long time ago, and it for me, it's a very uplifting feeling you get from that,
Fantastic. So it's time, and I think should we give them another process? Again, these are very, very small ones. The course has something huge and big as well. And so what do you say, Alara?
Yes, please. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, there's questions about, there's more questions in the chat, and we'll see what we can get to a lot of these questions at the end. I just wanted to share, Hemang says, I felt lots of energy in the hands while holding the reins. It felt beautiful at the end. Nice. Yeah. So you're feeling the energy, right? The divine energies. Yeah. Good. Okay. So you want to do another process?
Yes. Why not?
Sure.
So again, I'm going to request everybody to please close your eyes. And just imagine that your body has got transformed into your property. Now, this time you choose whichever property you want. Your current home, something that you own, something that you might inherit. But it should be yours. Will not work with other people's energies. That is what, it's a little sensitive. So that's what we will do in our course. So I just want you to imagine that your entire body has got transformed. And because we spoke about communication, we're going to be doing certain processes, and we are going to ask and get remedies for them as well. This is extremely powerful. And it's my humble request that whatever remedies you get, please get it done, because it is going to be beneficial for you and your property. So imagine you entering a space in your own body. So imagine in your body, first and foremost, imagine in your body, which is the entrance, living room, garden, kitchen, bathroom, storage room. So just mentally picture all of these places in your body. And just imagine your consciousness walking through each of these rooms. Now, when you enter these rooms, you're going to first and foremost dust the place. You're going to remove the cobwebs. You're going to dust the flooring. If there are marks on the floor that you can scrub a little and get it off, please do it. So for the first few seconds, enter the space and do these kinds of physical clearings of the house. Some of the spaces where there is a lot of dust happens to be behind the furniture, or behind the curtains, or the television set. Mentally walk through, take your consciousness through your body. And as you do this, clean every single room, every single wall, every piece of furniture, whatever you may find. And in case if it's an empty house or just land that you have chosen, because I did give you the option, then just clean up the space. See if there is any debris energy, in case if there is any junk that needs to be thrown out, just let it be. Just take it up and just do it once and for all. And go through each and every room very carefully. And just keep collecting all this dust and garbage in one corner of the house, which is near the entrance. And as you keep dusting and mopping and scrubbing and collecting everything which you have kept near the entrance, feel the lightness in this property. See if you can also identify energy, for example, that where there are too many differences taking place, or there are ailments, like in some rooms, there are people who are unwell, or there are certain memories attached to a part of the house. See if those can be transformed into dust. And you just broom it, you just mop it, and you just collect it near the entrance of your home. And now, whatever you have collected, open the main entrance, take the garbage out, and bow down to it. Fold your hands and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tell the garbage whatever you had to teach me. As my karmic teacher, you have taught me. I don't need it anymore. I want to feel lighter. I want to feel unburdened. I want to flow, and I want to swim through. Thank you for all that you brought, the lessons, people, memories, whatever you have brought. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just call upon your guardian angels to come and to transform this dust, this garbage, into golden dust, into healing dust. And you bring all of this inside your home. All this beautiful golden dust and healing dust. And just sprinkle it all around. Every room, every furniture, the curtains, the drapes, the gardens, potted plants, people asleep in their rooms. Sprinkle it all over. And know that as you sprinkle it all over, you're not just doing it in your own homes, you're also doing it in your body. Because your property and your body mirror each other. So we always do dual work. And once all of this has been done. Just look at your property now. It's cleaner physically. The energy is cleaner. And the entire place is shimmering with this golden dust and healing dust. Now sit in the center of this property, right in the center. And begin to inhale deeply. And as you inhale deeply, you begin to inhale all this beautiful golden dust and healing dust. And all these energies get internalized. They find a space in your cells, tissues, atoms of your bones, just everywhere. It's everywhere. And see yourself, your own conscious energy, shimmering, glowing, and feeling healed. Stay with that for a few seconds and just ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Focus on yourself, on all that has come through with this work. And at the same time, just move your body a little and sense the energy of the property right now. Maybe if it is a property that is your current space, you will be able to. But in case if it was a property, another property, which is not the current one, still feel this energy. Just move yourself a little bit and sense what's the energy of the property that you have worked around with. And then give your property a big hug, lots of love, and end-to-end smiles. And you do that to yourself as well, as the two are not separate entities, they're one and the same. And then slowly open your eyes. Please share with me, how is it that you feel about yourself, and what is it that you feel about the property as well? And Alara will always start with you. It's your show.
It was beautiful. At one point I was laughing because I was sprinkling the golden dust on the dogs, and it was funny to see them reacting. It was, I love that. It was like the golden dust everywhere. It was so magical, so beautiful. And as I was sitting in the center, I just receiving from and receiving the golden dust from the whole space, but also receiving the communication and communion with the property and the land and the house and everything. It was yeah, I was smiling a lot through the whole process. Again, the house was so clean and like sparkling, and it's like, oh, so nice. Yeah, it feels good. And I felt, because I knew you were going to ask me this question, because I asked myself, what am I feeling? So I was feeling a lot of peace and ease. Yeah, really felt at peace, and so and grateful, so grateful for the support of this property and this land. So yes, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
So nice.
That's the type of cleaning I like.
And if you saw it is so quick, so instant, and it just brings about so much of change. And I think there are quite a few messages which I would want you to read.
Yeah, so there's a message from Manisha. Again, she was saying this was so amazing, feeling very prosperous and a being of immense possibilities. Did not want to open my eyes. I wanted to stay in this beautiful energy of love, prosperity, abundance. Thank you. Colin says, most beautiful process, more smiling, peace, and deep gratitude. Kathy says, my body was tingling throughout the process. And the property is smiling and laughing that we finally merged after 5 years. Wow,
Beautiful.
amazing.
Beautiful.
And Sandy says, my house has never looked so sparkling.
Ah!
I agree. And Gomez is very peaceful and ease. Yeah, good. And that's what, that's how you want to feel on a regular basis in your space, right? You want to feel peaceful. You want to feel ease filled. You want to feel abundant and prosperous. Yeah. Hemings is very peaceful. Good. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that was lovely. Lovely. Yeah, I like that a lot.
So should we give them a glimpse of what the entire workshop can have for them, and then we can still take them through it's not like a process, it's a beautiful tip, but of course we will be doing it practically, all of us, and then we can see what it brings about. Something
Awesome.
It's so quick, it brings about instant change in the energy of your current space. Instant. It's beautiful. Awesome. But I think we'll just first tell them about what we have for them.
Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second here. Share screen. Yes, so so Simmin's Masterclass. Give me just move something here. Here we go. Okay. So Simmin has 2 packages, package A and package B. And package A is the 2-day course, and then package B is a personal session with Simmin, 30 minutes. So Simmin, do you want to talk a little bit about the course and what is involved in it?
So this is a 2-day very intense workshop that we will be having. I will teach you all the tools that have been channeled and been given to me. What I gave you was just minor glimpses. There are going to be live healings that we will be doing for each and every person who will opt for the course. It is to solve, either you can choose to solve and resolve your own property issues or that of others as well. You can heal issues like stuck property, not able to sell it, haunted property which has a lot of negative vibes, cursed land, or property. And I have tons of stories about all of these to share with you all. Not able to receive a good price for the property, people being constantly ill at home, money finds its way out as a drain, and many other issues, relationship based issues, constant fights between family members, and whatever else that you want to work around with. The tools are so powerful. Even if it's not listed over here, or if you have any other issue, you can just pick up any one or all the tools and you can work around and get beautiful results for your property. I recommend this not just for those who are having issues with their property, but for each and every person. As I mentioned early in my call, that the home is a living energy. It is a living entity, just the way you and me are. If we can work around this, imagine the kind of manifestations that we can bring about and what not we can create with ourselves and the property and the two coming together.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be a very profound course, and with lots of healing, lots of tools that you can apply practically. And that's what we want. We're practical tools that we can definitely see a shift in our property, see a shift in ourselves, because we are both one, right? So awesome.
And we will also be giving recordings, we will be giving PDF, and there is going to be lifetime support with anything that you are experiencing with regard to your property.
Beautiful. I love that. Lifetime support. We need that. And then package B is the personal session with you. So what's included in that, or what is that like?
So should there be anybody who is not wanting to learn the entire course, but they want assistance with regard to a particular property, with regard to, suppose the property is not fetching a good price, or the property is stuck property, or you feel that it is cursed, it is haunted, then you can take a one-on-one session with me. It's a 30-minute session where we will be doing very intense and deep work. And with this, we will be doing immediate and intense clearings for all that which is not allowing the manifestations or your heart's desire to come through.
Beautiful. And so the benefits of these packages, there are instant clearings, live healings, kind of like some of what we did today, but more intense and just more stuff. Lots of guidance from Simmin and easy fuss-free remedies. We like fuss-free remedies that are easy to use and apply. Spiritual tool that will be given to all, which can be practiced anywhere at any time for oneself, right, and others. So, and that's what we want a modality that we can use anywhere that can help us in many different ways, and that's easy to use and that's practical. Like we will see, the practical results in our lives and in the house and the property. And so there's just a few testimonials here that I wanted to share, Simmin, really quickly. So Radha said that I sold my home in 3 weeks, thanks to Simmin's workshop and her easy to do tools. Salome says my home had an ancestral curse and presence of ancestors who were not allowing the property to be sold. Simmin taught me this course and I practiced all the tools, and within no time, I got an excellent offer to sell a property. Simmin's courses rock as she channels them from higher realms. Absolutely. Shima says we had a case of one of our neighbors committing suicide, and that day onwards, we had fights in the house, no money, and sleeplessness. Simmin's remedies and healings helped us overcome this difficult phase. And then Shane said everyone at home was unwell and there was a total drain of money. Simmin taught us this course and we diligently practiced all the tools and healings, and we all overcame that tough phase. We're all happy and prosperous now. Wow, beautiful. I love that. So both packages are available in 2 and 3 part payment plans. And of course, please use gift code ATHN10 to receive a special 10% discount from me. Is there anything else you wanted to share about the course or the personal session with you, Simmin, about the package?
So with the personal sessions, there will be a few remedies that I will give you besides instant clearings and all. There might be some remedies that I will give you, and I would expect you to follow them. And these remedies you can use for your current property till the time your issue is not resolved. And some of the sessions might go a little beyond 30 minutes also, but because it is 30 minutes, I'll try and contain. In case if there are any more additional aspects or information or healings or remedies that I would want to recommend to you, I will be sending it across to you either via email or WhatsApp messaging or something or the other, because I want you to have the maximum benefit of it. In our course, our live course, we will be doing very, very intense healings. And anyone and everyone who takes this up, I would want you to sit with or come mentally prepared about all. And the way I had a list of 171 questions, I want you also to come with all your questions. And I can assure you, I will answer each and every one of them. In fact, I love questions because it brings about new perspectives as well. And as I mentioned earlier also, the course is not just for people who are having current issues, but it's for everyone. In case if you happen to be someone who is also a healer and you want to add something more to your knowledge bank, please take up this course, because this is something which will help you to help many other people. Remember, these modalities are channeled, so they have directly come from the higher realms. And because of that, my entire endeavor and purpose is to spread this out to as many people as possible in the world. And it's just my little way and contribution to bring down the amount of suffering in the world. We are all very attached to our properties. We all want them to flourish and to have beautiful, happy, bouncy, love-based energies. So please take this up. And this is something that is going to bring about a lot of changes, positive changes in your life.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that. And yeah, absolutely. You know, this is something we owe to ourselves and to our properties. And sometimes it's like those ancestral curses, you know, even our ancestors are wanting to get this cleared now. Like, you know, we don't want to hold on to any more baggage. Nobody wants to hold on to any more baggage. And part of that is the energetic baggage, right? Yeah, for sure. 1 second. So Mary Lou, I'm in Australia. Is that USD? Yes, it's USD. So there were a few quick questions in the chat. I don't know if we have time for those questions, Simmin, because I know you wanted to do another process. Yeah.
Please.
There was a question from Monica that came through about how to grow healthy food. Can we grow healthy food on our property, and how can we grow healthier food?
Please come for the course. I will teach you all of that.
Awesome. And then Dada is saying, is there a process that Simmin can share with us to sell our house? And I know that's something you also have in the course.
Yes. And that is a little elaborate, but please come for it. Learn this so that you can use this for yourself as well as empower other people in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And Karen was asking, is there a color or remedy for a house with ley lines in the entrance area?
Come for the course, because there is a lot of information, even in terms of colors, placement of certain things. So there is a lot for you as well. Mm-hmm. Or in case if you want to take a personal session, we can sort it out in the personal session as well.
Deborah is asking, what if you want the course and a personal session? Yes, you can definitely do both.
Sure. Most welcome.
Yeah, definitely you can do both. Awesome. All right. So I know you wanted to share another process or tools with us as well.
Yes, I do want to. Before we close for the day, this is something that I want everyone to do. So should we?
Yes.
Great. Mm-hmm. So again, I'm going to request everyone, please close your eyes. And this is a quick one. It's very, very effective. I want you to close your eyes and to focus on your breath for the next 5 seconds. And now I want you to take a deep breath and just hum M, and listen to me once, and then you can do it for on your own. Take a nice deep breath. So it's just humming M. So I'd request everyone to do it, and I will also do it with you all. Do this 3 times. Keep your eyes closed and just feel the energy around. Sense how immediately all the energy around you has settled. And if you feel like humming this M some more, then please do so. And whenever possible, please go to every room in your house and chant this M. So hum it with your mouth closed. Again, I will demonstrate it, and everybody, please do this another 3 times. Mm. Mm. Stay with this beautiful energy. And once again, I'll request you to sense the immediate shift that just this humming of M brings about in your current space. You will feel so nice and light, and you would want to keep chanting this or repeating this M sound very often, whenever possible, whenever and how many ever times possible. Please do this sound of this humming of M sound, but do it in cycles of 3. The way I told you, do it thrice. Then you can pause for a while, do it another 3 times. So do it always in sets of 3. And that's all from me. And I just want to ask, how do you feel?
Good. Yes. I feel good. I felt really centered when we did that, right? And more present. And I felt the energy around me to be calm, peaceful, nice, light. I liked it. I'm going to do it in every room. And Karen's asking, how does humming M help, and what does it mean?
So this was again one of the processes that the masters gave me in my channeling. And the masters told me that the sound M is extremely powerful because it just settles all the energy that is there around. So in case if there are fights at home, if there are anger issues, ego issues, or there is depressive energy, you are feeling lonely at home, then you can just hum this M. You will feel good, and the entire property begins to vibrate. Because if you notice, humming of the M brings about a lot of vibrations, and the more of these M or of these high end vibrations you can give to your home, it's really going to help you and your property as well. So hum it as many times as possible. Only thing remember is that do it in sets of 3, Karen.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you. Kathy says, feels like a calming massage for my body and my home.
So
nice. And then Deborah, I'm going to get to your question in 1 second. Al says, should we try to hold each M sound as long as possible each time?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. So Deborah is asking, what time is Class USA Eastern time? It's 2 p.m. Eastern is the time, 2 p.m. Eastern. I checked. I have to go check. Elsa, is this better than chanting Om?
You can suit yourself, but because I go by all my channeled work, so the sound of M was what I channeled. I did not channel Om, so I did not give it Om. I also believe that masters always give me processes which are highly secular. So some people might feel that OM comes with an association of a particular religion, but the sound M, we use M all the time, and maybe that is why the word home, HOME, also has the M in it.
Beautiful. I love that explanation. So Simmin, before we go, I wanted you to just take a moment and talk about your free gift, which is the PDF. Can you talk a little bit about that so that people know what that is?
So the PDF has some of the gifts. It has some very, very beautiful tips and techniques that you can use in your own personal space, and you can use this all the time, anytime. And again, it's something which is fuss free, so you must have a look at it. And this is just a little gift. And again, this is not my work, this is all channel work. When I say it's not my work, it's not plagiarized, it doesn't belong to anybody else, but it directly comes from the higher realm itself. And I'm just the medium and the tool to give everybody this. And please, if you want to share it with other people also, you're absolutely free.
Beautiful. Thank you. No, this was such a powerful way to start off the season, because again, it's about land and property, but everything, land and property affects all of us, affects our personal lives, affects our bodies, affects our relationships, affects our businesses, affects our money flows, everything, right? So this was and just doing these beautiful processes today, they were so powerful as well. So please do go back and do the processes again, listen to the replay, watch the replay as well. And make sure you download the PDF from Simmin, the free gift as well. And then, of course, if you can, join the course. It's on January 19th and 20th. And then, of course, you can also get a session with Simmin, a 30-minute session, and she'll do amazing work with you. Can I do class and then decide on personal session? Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can do one or the other first. It doesn't matter. You can do both. It doesn't matter. I always recommend getting a session with Simmin. I always do. I always have. I always do. I know that the sessions are powerful, but the training, of course, is also very powerful because I've done training with Simmin and, hands down, beautiful tools, processes, channeling, course, training, you name it. It's wonderful. So if you can, that would be great. And it's again, January 19th, 20th for the class workshop and the personal session anytime. The code for the 10% discount, for those of you who used to know a code before, that code may not work. So it's ATHN10, okay? ATHN10, Awaken to Happiness Now 10, right? So I will share the link to the to Simmin's Masterclass offer in the replays, in the emails, everywhere, and so that you can purchase or look at it again and purchase a personal session or purchase a course or purchase both, register for both. So again, the discount code is ATHN10, ATHN10, Awaken to Happiness Now 10. Please do use that. Right, wonderful. So thank you, Simmin. Thank you for kicking off the new season, kicking off the new year. It was such a powerful show, powerful call, powerful healings, powerful wisdom and teachings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alara. And it always feels very special to come and be a part of your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today to launch the new season. I so appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lovely energy floors. Yes, exactly. Want to be white timber now. I love that, right? So if you can, right, do that. All right, everyone. So thank you. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.